Most people were taught to ask harder, ask louder, ask longer, and then wait, but nothing ever really moved. Not because they lacked faith, but because they misunderstood it. Faith was never about begging for a response. Faith was about alignment. Here's the part they skipped. Reality doesn't answer requests. It responds to states. You don't manifest by wanting. Wanting signals absence. You manifest by receiving first, not as fantasy, not as pretending everything is fine, but as a nervous system that no longer broadcasts lack. Because the moment lack dissolves internally, external reality reorganizes. That's entanglement, not effort, not hustle, not the repetition of affirmations you don't believe, but connection. When ancient teachers talked about moving mountains, they weren't talking about strength. They were talking about coherence, being so internally connected that resistance collapses. And when resistance collapses, reality becomes flexible. But this is where people lose the plot. Not everything manifests instantly. Not everything the mind imagines is meant to arrive. There are laws. There are timelines. There is growth. Pretending otherwise isn't spiritual, it's avoidance. Manifestation without discernment becomes delusion. Power doesn't bypass process. It flows through it. You don't skip embodiment. You don't declare mastery once and arrive. Mastery appears when you live the state repeatedly, consistently, willingly. People want the outcome without becoming the person who can hold it. They want the identity without the devotion. And that's why nothing moves. Because energy flows where attention lives, and attention requires presence, not obsession with the future, not fixation on a result. Presence here now, that's where power stabilizes. The ones who become great don't chase greatness. They disappear into the work. Their craft stops being something they do. It becomes who they are. And when that happens, something else starts moving through them. Not effort, not force. Something timeless. That's why unconventional voices rise. Why imperfect messengers still transmit truth. Why essence overrides polish every time. Source doesn't care how refined you look. It responds to alignment, and alignment isn't loud. It's steady. You won't always be validated. You won't always be understood. Sometimes you'll be told to stop, that it's been done before, that it won't matter. Ignore that. When something is meant to move through you, resistance makes you sick. Suppression collapses you. Expression becomes survival. That's how you know. Not everything is possible yet, but far more is possible than you were taught to believe. Discernment matters, but limitation is learned. The difference is presence. If the journey feels empty, the destination won't save you. If the present moment is alive, fulfillment is already here. And once you see that, arrival becomes optional. Because you're no longer chasing power. You're moving with it. If your mind paused, even for a second, that's awareness waking up. Don't just scroll remember. Subscribe and let's keep uncovering what's been hidden. Be a stringer. Investigate. Research. Remember the truth.